YouTubers, a 1 year review of my Honda NC750 DCT. So we're longer a year on April the 1st, so it's a little bit further, so 2 weeks after. April the 1st, and held it 1 year. Now I've gone over a couple of things today. Now I'll go over a couple of parts that over time have started to get quite a lot of corrosion. One being the stand. Now I've cleaned a lot of it up now, and these down brackets here, the dog bones, rust breaking up here, the side stand, so I've cleaned that and greased that. Got to clean up and de-rust the bars, my fog lights. The bracket has snapped on one of them. Now that they were £43, so you know, you get what you pay for basically. The bike in its time has had one glitch with it, which was the DCT, which I showed on the video. Never come back. It rides like new. The bike, it's like anything, any bike can have an issue somewhere along the lines, and I think with this, whatever it was, a drop of voltage, Honda never found it, I've never found it, and since riding it, never had any grief since. Now I know lots and lots of people of you go and say, I won't buy a DCT because of that problem. I think really, to be quite honest with you, it's not something that I'd worry about, because I think you get more problems with quick shifters, you get more problems with gearboxes on manual bikes than they do on these DCTs. I've got a Lexus, which is a DCT car with 160,000 miles on it, not a glitch on it. So I think it's because it's new technology, and that's what it is. People are afraid of it, and you shouldn't be, because I think in the future you're going to see more of it. Now my chain is coming up to, it's over a year old. I'll probably give that up to, the bike's done 9,000 miles now, I'll give that up to 12,000 miles, and then I'll replace chain and sprockets on it. There's still life left in them, but it's like anything, you do have to replace parts on bikes. They do wear out, and even if they don't appear to be completely gone, you're better off having a figure in your mind and going, right, I'm going to replace it. And that's what I tend to do. I don't tend to listen to manufacturers going, right, change, it's like service your bike every 8,000 miles. This was serviced before 8,000, it was done about 6,000. You know, you don't have to do what the specific book does. The more you service it, you know, the better the bike will get looked after, the longer it'll last. But besides, on these bikes that are just astounding, the front now doesn't seem much, but when you're travelling about, it's just so easy to get stuff in and out of. Try it again. Your fuel under your back seat. A pain if you're going camping, but a lot of people won't camp. A lot of people will just put a back box on it and won't put anything to obstruct that seat. Fantastic. 3.1 litres, you're getting 250 miles to that. Dead easy to use, dead easy to fill up, and a very, very comfortable bike. The switch gear on it, so easy to use. This has got heated grips on it, so it's just pressing a button and you're on. High beam, low beam, hazard lights, up and down paddles. If you want to go to manual mode, over here, your selector, 4 selectors. So you've got rain, you've got standard, you've got sports, and you've got user mode. User mode you can adjust to however you want it. And it's like people going about, the suspension is not great. They'll show a suspension on it, they're just not an adjustable on the front. And a few comments that I had on it was, it's a bit hard at the front, does it soften up? I haven't found it does, but the way you soften it up, you put a thinner oil in it. You put progressive springs in it. They're not that expensive. A set of progressive springs for this bike is about less than £100, and you will change it. And I intend to do that on that this year, so I will do a video on that. I will improve that front end a little bit. Do you need to do it? And that's the other question. I'm going to put you over here now, where you can see my miserable face. And you've got to say to yourself, do you really need to do it on the bike? You know, I'm one that goes on and says, we need a better dash, we need 2 discs on the front, we need upside down forks, we need more power. But I've enjoyed every single minute of riding this bike, absolutely every single minute of riding it, and that's been dead honest truthful. Of all the bikes I've got, it's the best by far. Now, I was out on the FZ6, which I've owned 6 of them, and when I was riding that the other day, I thought the smoothness of it, the inline fork is fabulous. And I did get a comment on one person, and what a comment, a DCT with an inline fork. Now, it would be absolutely fabulous on a motorway. You just wouldn't beat it, because an inline fork, when you're going up to speed and you're going on motorways, are better than any parallel. No matter what, but that's my view on it. Inline fours are just smoother than they're just lovely bikes to ride. They've got loads of power. The power delivery is slightly different than the parallel. They haven't got that lumbly feeling. They're fabulous. But people turn around and say about the NC, I wouldn't have one because it's DCT and it's not reliable. You're totally wrong, I'm afraid. And the only way you'd ever really get to know is ride one. And you'll never really get to know how much you appreciate a bike like this until you've owned it for in excess of 3 months. And you're riding it every day. Because a lot of people will buy this bike and they will buy it and they will ride it a weekend. They'll go out for a couple of hours and then that's it. I ride this more or less every day of the week. I ride this sun, rain, shine, and even snow. And for me, I know what this bike does for me. And that's what I keep restating to everyone. People ask me, the only way any bike you buy, and it doesn't matter whether it's the Ducati 996 or the Multistrada or the BMW 1300 or the Gullwing, whatever bike it is, the only way you'll really know what bike you like is you ride it yourself. Because people like me stood here doing this can only give you my opinion of what it is like. You won't know. We're all different weights, we're all different sizes, we're all different heights. You know, people will get this. I have people that get in the seat on this bike and say, after an hour, you know, it's too harsh for them. I ride all day in this seat. I have no intentions of changing anything about it. There's nothing on that seat that I find uncomfortable. I get in it, I can go up to Scotland and back on it, and it wouldn't bother me in the least. Going up the motorways, I can sit at 90 miles an hour, which we don't, we all know that, but I could do. And this will just sit and glide at 90 miles an hour, and it will sit through that fuel, tiny amounts. And that is the absolute, it's a practical bike. That's what it is. And it's what you're going after, because as I was looking and as I was thinking that, and like I said with my Himalayan, the more I sit down and look and think about what I want out of a bike, I really don't want all the gadgets. I really don't. It's like the off-road, thinking of the off-road, the green lanes. I think I'll do the green lanes, but I'll go out with a professional who does it regularly and use their bikes for the time and the cost it is, because I know I'm not going to do it every week. Now, not everyone's like that. If you're 20, 30, you're going to go out all the time with your mates and so enjoy it because it's loads of fun. As you get older, things change. Work gets in the way, and that's the other side of things. Doing the YouTube, I work, so we work fairly long hours. No one seems to be home. There's a lot of stuff that we do that takes us away from this, which is riding. Because riding to me is my transport to work, and riding to me is my hobby. And it's been with me all my life. And anyone else that does the same, good luck to us, enjoy it. And that's all biking is about. It doesn't matter what bike you've got, again, just enjoy it. Because whether it's a Honda NC or whether it's a C50, get out there and ride and just thoroughly enjoy the moment. If you haven't passed your test yet, get through your test. And Honda, thumbs up from me, because you've done a fabulous job on this bike. An absolute fabulous job on it. This bike is as good as a day as when I bought it. I love it to bits. So that's my honest review on my 12-month ownership of my Honda NC750. And the last thing I'll do for you, because the other side about a bike that we all love is the sound of it. And the sound of the NC is fabulous. NC750 DCT. Thanks for watching. Ride safe, be kind to others, and with luck they'll be kind to you. Birchwood Biker. See you on the next one.